All right. I think we are just about ready to get things started today. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this lovely Wednesday afternoon. It is Wednesday, right? I'm not stupid. Thank you very much for joining me here today for another one of these Come Hang Out live streams where we just hang out, chit chat, and sometimes we do some fun stuff. Thank you very much, everybody, joining us here today. Welcome everybody in the chat. Lots of faces here already today. Let's go over our streaming schedule first things first before we get any further into the stream. This is what we do around here. This is our streaming schedule. We stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time, with daily updates regarding these streams. If there's ever a day where I cannot stream, I will let you guys know via my community tab. Welcome everybody joining us today. Hopefully you are all having a fantastic day today. Some of you guys are saying it's Friday. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Last I checked. Today's been kind of a wild one. Woke up this morning and there was no power at my place. We had no power and no internet for a long while this morning. So if the stream ever gets a little weird today, the internet is still having issues. Not sure what that was this morning. We had just kind of a random power outage. Not sure what that was about, but hopefully you guys are having a fine day. Feel free to type in the chat how your day is going. And once again, you guys, for these streams, if you ever want to see a different background, feel free to let me know. We can totally switch things up throughout the stream. We have an hour to just hang out and talk. I got nothing going on today. I got nothing planned for you guys today. Nothing special. Figured we could just hang out like we did yesterday. For some of you guys asking for a Kahoot, we are going to be doing that on Friday. So if you want to tune back into Friday's stream, we will be doing a Kahoot then and there. We usually do them Fridays during these weeks, so stay tuned for those. You guys are having a good day? Pretty good day? Doing great? Day's okay? Nice. For you, it's 1 a.m. Well, thank you for joining us here today at 1 a.m. I know this is kind of late for some folks, but this is pretty much the easiest time for me to, stream and just hang out with you guys. It fits into my schedule pretty perfectly here. Can I do a flip? I cannot do a flip. I am not athletic in the slightest. Someone set a urinal on fire at your school. That's eventful. Nothing like that really happened at my school. What's going on with schools today? What's the deal with schools today? Am I right? Starting to watch Decoded. Is it any good and worth watching? From what I remember, Decoded is kind of like a retread of some of the earlier Ninjago events from the pilots up till season 7. It's kind of like a recap of sorts, so if you're familiar with Ninjago knowledge, it might not be for you, but it's easy for people to just get caught up on the events of seasons 1 through 7, or the pilots through season 7. So I guess it just depends on who you are. Whether or not you would like to see some Ninjago recaps. School's boring. I feel it. I had to do some school stuff earlier today when I woke up. Not super fun, but, the term is almost up for me. That happens next week. The term switches over. So next week, I get new classes. Yeah, Decoded isn't really liked by a lot of the community. What are some of my dislikes about the land bounty? It just looks strange to me. It's like a giant boat but with wheels, and I don't know. The land bounty just has way too many conflicting design choices for me. It was never really a set that I wanted to get. I never did get it, and in the show it didn't really impress me all that much to, make me want to go back and get the thing. I'm just not a big fan of the land bounty. I think it's a cool concept, but the design I just do not like so much. I do like the Hydra bounty though. Some of you guys are asking for Spinjitzu Brothers pictures. Well, guess what, folks? I got you covered. We can let Spinjitzu Brothers go for a little bit. This is, of course, the series of comic books or storybooks, whatever you want to call them, featuring Young Woo and Garmadon's endeavors during the early days of Ninjago's timeline. And we can switch up the pictures every now and then, every few minutes. If you guys want to submit a request, feel free to do so in the chat. Do I know Ninjargon, or have I learned Ninjargon? I have not. I know some of the basic symbols and what they correspond to, but I cannot read it fluently. If some of you guys can, that is very impressive. Let's see. What else do you guys got for me? You guys want to do a poll? We could totally do a poll. YouTube has given me the ability to do that. What should we do for a poll, though? Leave some suggestions in the chat for poll options. What's my opinion on the Attack of the Moro Dragon? I never ended up getting that set. It is a cool set though. The dragon looked pretty cool when it was out. I really liked the curviness of the dragon, I guess. It reminded me a lot of those like Eastern inspired dragons that you would see at like festivals and whatnot. So I thought that was pretty cool. It is also one of the only sets to come with the Possessed Lloyd minifigure alongside City of Styx. So it's a pretty good looking set. I just never ended up getting it, but that's one of those sets that I kind of wish I got when it was out. I don't plan on getting it nowadays because it might be a little too expensive. That's actually not a bad poll suggestion there, Autobot Viking. Spinjitzu, Airjitsu, Forbidden Spinjitzu, or Spinjitzu Burst. Yeah, let's do that. That could be fun. Which ability is best? And then we can do multiple polls throughout the stream, you guys. Just remember, we have an hour to just hang out and do whatever y'all want to do. Which ability would you guys like to have out of all of those? Personally, I think Airjitsu would be fun. I'd like to fly. Forbidden Spinjitzu sounds like it might mess you up a little bit. Forbidden Spinjitzu or Spinjitzu Burst. Alrighty. Feel free to vote. We have a donation. The one guy who is a talk. What's my favorite Spider-Man movie? Thank you for the donation. My favorite Spider-Man movie right now is probably Into the Spider-Verse. If you want like a live action option, probably the original Spider-Man 2 or maybe Spider-Man Homecoming. But I do think the original Spider-Man 2 was fun. So, but Spider-Verse is the best one in my opinion. You should see a donation icon pop up on screen here pretty quick. Hopefully it works today. Come on, give us the pizza time. Hopefully, maybe. Maybe there's a delay. But thank you, the one guy who is a talk. Oh, there it is. And it did not play through the thing. Hold on real quick, folks. Whoa, something's happening. All right, hang on 1 second, folks. Something just happened on my end. I think we're still good to go. I went to go adjust the audio, and the whole thing freaked out. 1 second here. Just bear with me. All right, I think that did it. I need to change the audio from this to this. Now we should be good to go. Now the donations should be working. Now it should be fixed. All right, we're back. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Just had a little bit of a mishap happen with the stream. My screen's kind of freaked out a little bit, but we're fine. We're still live, so we're good to go. Let's see. How are we doing on the poll? Which ability is the best? Spinjitsu's winning. Fair enough. Yeah, I feel like Forbidden Spinjitzu might mess you up a little bit. Spinjitzu Burst sounds like it could be fun, but I imagine you have to know Spinjitzu prior. I personally like Airjitsu. I think that's the best one. Season 6 pictures? Sure. Skybound. Yeah, once again, you guys, if you ever want to see a different background, feel free to leave suggestions in the chat, and we can totally switch this up every couple of minutes. There we go. You guys heard that, right? Thank you, Kai and Lloyd Hero, for the subscription. You guys heard that little chime, right? Didn't you? Please tell me you heard the little chime. I try my best. As I take a sip of my water. Stay hydrated, folks. Drink your water. Thoughts on the epic dragon battle from season 1. I always wanted that set, but I never could afford it because it was really expensive. When I was really young, though, when Ninjago was first coming out, I loved the idea of the Green Ninja. I wanted to get the Green Ninja figure, and you had two options back in the day. You could either get the Green Ninja spinner or the epic dragon battle. And I wanted the epic dragon battle, but like I said, I could hardly ever afford it. I only got $10 per month as an allowance, which was just enough to buy a Ninjago spinner. So I bought the Lloyd ZX spinner. It was a cool set, though, that original epic dragon battle. Some of you guys have heard it. Thank you very much for letting me know. It's good to know the audio is working. I just have to switch it up, because usually the audio comes through my headset. I need it to come through my screen, so that way you guys can hear it too. What's the singular best ninja suit? Original Golden Lloyd from the final battle. That one is easily my favorite. single best ninja suit, in my opinion. Or best singular ninja suit. Maybe the pink Zane figure. That one's pretty fun. Thank you, Pedro Games, for the subscription. At least I hope I was able to answer your question correctly there. Do I think Pokemon Journeys is trash? I think it's okay from what I've seen. I just haven't really watched it all that much. I'm not a huge fan of the art style, though. My favorite art style for Pokemon is definitely the one from XYZ. That's when I was still watching the anime. What do I like better, Skybound or Seabound? They're both pretty cool. Seabound is pretty fun, though, with the whole Wajira invading Ninjago City, but Skybound is really cool with Ninjago at the very end. I like Skybound's ending. It is kind of weird how they basically reversed the entire season at the very end there, but Skybound was still fun. I think I'd rather watch Skybound right now over Seabound. Imagine if there was a multicolored ninja. That'd be cool. Maybe like an interdimensional ninja, elemental power, dimensional warping, or something like that. That could be fun. I'm not sure if they're ever going to do that in this series, but that could be a fun concept. Somebody make a rainbow ninja as a custom minifigure. I'm sure someone's done that before. What minifigure would I want that does not exist yet? Definitely Camille, the Master of Form from the tournament. I'd like to have her as a figure, because then we would have the complete set of elemental masters. As in terms of ninja suits, though, I think they should totally make the snow suits from season 5 that the ninja wore climbing up the snowy mountain, whatever that mountain was called. They should make those as figures. Those are just super cute. I love those suits quite a bit. Season title suggestions: Earthbound, Spacebound. Yeah, there's way too many bounds. That's part of the initial reason why I did not like Seabound's name when it was first revealed. I thought it was way too similar to Skybound. But when you think about it, the seasons are really similar. So I guess it does make sense as a spiritual successor. Spinjitzu is still winning the poll, followed by Air Jitsu, followed by Spinjitzu Burst, then Forbidden Spinjitzu. Yeah, not a huge fan of Forbidden Spinjitzu myself either. Thank you, Amsol, for the subscription. Amsol? Again, sorry if I mispronounce anybody's name. Late, did I miss anything? Nah, we're just hanging out. Hey, look at that, I subscribed to myself. How about that? But that's the real account. Apparently I'm the fake one. Alright, fair enough. Dark Island Trilogy pictures, I unfortunately do not have those, but that is something that I could add in the future if you guys are interested. The Wailing Alps, yes indeed. Hands at Time background? Sure. Season 7, you got it. I think we have a Season 7 picture as the thumbnail of this stream, do we not? I think it's Hands of Time Kai. Favorite casual clothes outfit of the ninja? I think out of all of the ninja in terms of casual outfits, I really liked Cole's outfits, especially in the earlier days of Ninjago, his casual outfit, because that's what I would wear. Just a regular gray hoodie, just regular pants, nothing too crazy. I'm not a huge fashion guy. I have a terrible sense of fashion, but I liked Cole's outfits. Yeah, I'd say Cole. I think he's got the best casual outfits. Which season Garmadon is the best? Well, Oni Trilogy Garmadon is pretty good, especially March of the Oni. Garmadon's really funny in that season. Reminds me of the Ninjago movie. We doing any cahoots? Thank you, Heavy, for joining the stream. We are doing a cahoots on Friday. Not tomorrow, but the next day. 7 p.m. your time. Be there or be square. But yes, thank you for joining the stream, Heavy. Who's got the best fusion suit? That's difficult to answer. The fusion suits aren't very good in my opinion. A lot of them are very messy to me. But I'd say maybe Lloyd has the best one. Maybe even Cole. I really don't like Zane's. I think Zane's is my least favorite fusion suit. That's for sure. If it was more white, maybe I'd like it a little more. Oh, someone's blowing up my phone. How about that? Thank you. How do you pronounce that? Kikarus for the subscription. Thank you very much. Again, apologies if I mispronounce anybody's name. How we doing on this poll right here? Spinjitzu is still winning. We're going to let that go for a little while longer. Fusion suits? Yeah, the fusion suits are technically what we call the Hands of Time suits. I'm not sure where that name comes from because there isn't much fusion going on in Season 7 aside from the water and fire dragon. But yeah, I guess those are technically called the fusion suits, if I'm remembering correctly. Did someone call me? Nah, I just got a Twitter notification for some reason. I keep my phone turned off, gosh heck it, during these streams. I'd rather say be there, be bricked, rather than be square. That's pretty fun. What's Spinjitzu Burst again? It's what Cole did during Season 13's finale. You need to be surrounded by your element, and apparently you can unlock some type of crazy Spinjitzu power. Not really sure if it's exclusive to Cole or the Earth element, but when you define it like that, I imagine anybody can do it. You know, you just got to be surrounded by your element, and then apparently you can unlock some crazy power. Who's to say? After this poll, can we do another poll? Sure. Yeah, we can do a couple more polls throughout this stream. We still have a long way to go. Do I like Beyblade? Not really. Never really got into Beyblades, but thank you for asking. Who's got the best golden suit? Out of Legacy, probably Kai. Otherwise, in general, Lloyd's original golden outfit is still the best. Phone's gonna go off again. I put it in my pocket this time. Hopefully y'all won't hear the little vibrations or whatever. Thoughts on these Season 11 suits? They're okay. I think some of them are better than others. I wish Cole's had sleeves. That'd be nice. But yeah, they're okay. I don't mind them being like the base suits for the ninja, and then every other suit that follows is just kind of, you know, building on top of those. For example, the hero outfits for Season 13, those are just kind of armor on top of the Season 11 suits. I don't mind that. I think they're fine for what they are. My favorites have got to be maybe Nia's, actually. I like Zane's a lot. I like his blue hands. That's nice. And I don't mind Lloyd's too much either. The Season 11 suits are okay. Let's see. How are we doing on the poll? Has it been 10 minutes? Oh yeah. We're going to end off the poll right here with Spinjitzu getting the top spot in the poll, followed by what? Airjitsu, and then yes, Spinjitzu Burst, and then Forbidden Spinjitzu. Fair enough. But yeah, if you guys have any other suggestions for polls, feel free to let me know in the chat. We can totally do more. We had 163 votes in that one. That's quite impressive. What if you were surrounded by cake? You would have an extremely sugary Spinjitzu Burst reaction, I imagine. If your element was indeed cake. Nia dies every time there's a bound. Fair enough, yeah. She died in Skybound. She died in... Well, did she die in Seabound? That's an argument for another day. Did she die in Seabound? I like to think that she didn't. She just kind of changed up her physical appearance, changed up her molecular structure, if you want to call it that, turned into water, and promptly jumped into the ocean. Never to be seen again. Rest in spaghetti. How long have I been collecting Ninjago sets? Since the beginning, I've been collecting Ninjago. I've been a fan since 2011 when Ninjago came out. Back in the day, I used to collect a lot of spinners because that's pretty much all I could afford. But yes, I have been collecting Ninjago sets since the beginning. Let's see. Do I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I've never watched that show. Kind of missed out on that one. Do you think there will be a Borg Tower? I hope so. I hope one day we can get a Borg Tower set. Kind of wish that's what the Ninjago City Gardens was. Maybe that could have been a Borg Tower. But yeah, I hope we get a Borg Tower set at some point. That'd be nice. That's actually not a bad idea. Some of you guys are suggesting weapons polls. Why don't we do one for the golden weapons? I think that'll be a fine poll. Some of you guys have suggested that. Let's do that. Nice classic poll. Which is the best golden weapon? Of the OG golden weapons, the original. Which is the best golden weapon? All right, what do we got? We got the Sword of Fire. We got the Scythe of Quakes, not the Scythe of Earth for some reason. Nunchucks of Lightning. And then the Shurikens. I can spell, clearly. Clearly not. How do you spell shurikens? Like that. Shurikens of ice. Alright, feel free to vote on your favorite golden weapon. The poll is going up right now. Just kind of depends on what weapon you prefer, what element you prefer. Just pick what golden weapon you think is the best. And hopefully I spelt everything right. Feel free to let me know if I did not. Do I like Cole x Vanya? I do. I think they'd be good together. Will it happen in the series? Probably not. Every time I try to spell shurikens, my computer hates me. Same. It told me it was wrong and gave me about 8 different alternatives as to how to spell shurikens, and none of them I really thought were right. Season 8 pictures? Yeah, we've been on Hands of Time for a hot minute. Here's some Sons of Garmadon. In terms of which one I prefer, as mentioned, I think they're all pretty cool. They each have their own benefits. I really like the scythe. The nunchucks are awesome. I'd say my least favorite is probably the Sword of Fire. Nothing against the Sword of Fire. I just think it's the least exciting because it's just a sword. Misspelled chopsticks as nunchucks. We need a UCS Mojo Dojo set. I don't know about that. I'd much rather see a Borg Tower, but I get the appeal in wanting a Grand Sensei Dareth's Dojo UCS set. I personally would just prefer Borg Tower, because we need a new Cyrus Borg minifigure. The last one we got was what, 2014? It's been a minute. Give us more Cyrus Borg. People ship Pythor and Asphira. I mean, they're both evil snakes, and I guess they could work if they were to ever meet, but I don't know how I feel about that ship. Destiny's Bounty or Monastery of Spinjitzu. Ooh, in terms of which one I think is a better base, the Monastery is classic, so I want to say the Monastery. But the Destiny's Bounty is also quite classic in the Ninjago scene. I'd have to say the Monastery, though, honestly. The Bounty is really cool. I love the idea of having a mobile base, but I feel like overall, the Monastery. I'm going to have to go with that one. I think that's the best one. When am I doing the hot takes video? I am planning on filming that on Friday, I think. Yeah, Friday. So if you guys have not submitted your Ninjago hot takes to me just yet, feel free to do so. Check out my community tab. You can put a post or a reply on that post. And by doing so, you have the chance to be featured in an upcoming video. Just feel free to go to that post and drop some spicy Ninjago opinions, some Ninjago hot takes. And I will be filming that this Friday. Probably going to come out either Saturday or Sunday, depending on when I get it done. It'll be coming off soon. Or coming out soon, rather. What else do you guys got for me today? Do I read every hot take? I do. I go through all of them. Some posts have more than others, that's for sure. But I do read through every single one, and I try to find ones that I haven't talked about before, or some that I personally want to talk about, or some that I just think are really, really spicy, really controversial. You know, because that's what a hot take is. I try to find my favorite ones to talk about. But yes, I do read through all of them. Let's see. Do I like the character of Skylar? I do. I do like Skylar quite a bit. I believe my screen froze again. Come on. Screen work for me. We're still live from what I can figure out. The stream is still going. But for some reason the whatchamacallit, the actual stream on my end is being unresponsive. So you know what we're going to do? We are going to boot up my phone and I'm going to talk to you guys in the chat on there. As mentioned earlier, you guys, we did have an outage here today. The power and the internet were both out for quite some time this morning. So if the stream sounds a little weird or if something happens during the stream, just know it's because the internet is still being weird. But yes, I do have you guys on my phone right now, so I can still see the chat. Very hard to come up with a hot take. I mean, yeah, a lot of hot takes we've already talked about before, a lot of common ones, but I still find those every now and then that are unique and fun to talk about, you know? Just think about Ninjago opinions that you have. Think about something that would be kind of an unpopular opinion. Like, for example, I personally think that March of the Oni isn't that bad, but a lot of people don't like it. You know, something like that. Let's see. Do I think Zane will rule the Never Realm again? Probably not. I feel like he's going to return as the Ice Emperor eventually. I mean, we did have that leaked episode that said the Ice Emperor was going to be returning, or that leaked episode title, rather. But I feel like that's just kind of a scenario where he's trying to go undercover. I don't feel like he's actually going to be the Ice Emperor again. But I'm sure they will return to the Never Realm someday. I mean, why not? You could totally do that for whatever reason. Change the background to Prime Empire? Sure. Season 12. There we go. Prime Empire is pretty good. I'm afraid to exit the page here on my desktop. So we're just going to leave it as such. We're going to leave it just like that. That's okay. Today you roasted the principal of your school and got detention. Yeah, you probably shouldn't be doing that. It's probably not a good thing to do. Let's see. There's a TikTok trend going on at my school where you sneak into the classroom and turn off the lights. The class I was in had the door locked, so the student rammed into the door and fell. What's going on at your guys' schools, man? I don't think anything happened like this when I was in school. A lot of I blame TikTok. That sounds about right. TikTok is ruining this generation. I'll be that guy. Let's see. If Dareth were to die, how would I want that to happen? I'm going to be honest, I thought Dareth actually had a pretty good role in Seabound. He was kind of heroic to an extent. He actually wasn't, the usual bumbling Dareth that we all know and some of us love. I feel like if he were to die, though, he should probably go out as a hero. Like, he actually had a very good heroic role during Seabound for that brief period of time that he was in that season. So maybe he could go out as a hero. Who's to say? Why do I only use images from trailers for seasons like Hunted in the Ice chapter? Those are just the easiest to come by. It's easier than going through the entire season episode by episode and taking screenshots. The trailer has a nice variety in it, and most Ninjago trailers are in pretty good quality, so it's kind of a win-win. Yo, what'd you miss? Nothing much, just hanging out, just chit-chatting. We got about a half hour left in the stream. It's already halfway over, imagine that. Someone stole a soap dispenser and flooded the bathroom at your school? Yeah, what's going on, man? Someone stole laptops and ripped the sink out and dragged it out of the school? Yeah, we didn't have any of this going on when I was in school. Wasn't that like a TikTok trend too for a while there? Wasn't that like a thing? I thought it was. I'm going to try to exit the page here. Page has become unresponsive. Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware it's unresponsive. You see, I was there. And we're just going to try to reload the stream on my desktop because it's a lot easier than reading it on my phone. Oh, perfect. The video was recommended to me. How about that? YouTube recommended me to me. Hopefully this works again. All right, cool. All right, we're back up and running. We got it on my computer again. Perfect. How are we doing on the poll? Now I can finally check this. Sword of Fire is actually winning with 40% of the vote. Not bad. Scythe the Quakes in second place, Nunchucks in third, and the Shurikens of Ice are in dead last. I like the Shurikens. I like that a lot. Yeah, the Devious Licks challenge or whatever. Yeah, TikTok. I don't like TikTok. I have a TikTok because I don't want anybody to take my name. I'm going to be honest. If I ever do decide to start up like a legitimate TikTok account, I would like to have the name. But I don't use it too much. I'm not a big fan of TikTok. It just seems like nonsense to me. Guess YouTube knows what you like. Yeah, YouTube recommended me to myself. I do watch my videos whenever I upload them, though, to make sure they're good before they go up. So maybe that's why. Otherwise, not too sure. I also read comments a lot, so I'm oftentimes going back to my videos. Thank you, YouTube, for making this easy for me. If any ninja were to be killed off, who would I choose? I think killing off Lloyd could be interesting. I mean, imagine that for a second. Imagine if the Ninjago series kills off Lloyd. What would that look like? How would that affect the series? I'd like to see that. That'd be interesting. TikTok, the episode is much better than TikTok. Oh, by far. I hate that one of the best episodes of season 1 is called TikTok, because I just think of the app and I think of the people on the app, and it just makes me not feel good. Makes me feel disappointed. But the original TikTok is still good, though. Don't get me wrong. That original episode with Zane, Is it awkward watching my own videos? When I first started, it was, but now I just kind of go back through, I skim it, I watch it on double speed to make sure everything's good. I just want to make sure the audio's good and the pictures are good and whatnot, you know. It only takes me about 5-10 minutes a night to watch through the video. As I said, I do watch it on double speed. It's also how I watch my lectures for school. Just put that on double speed and you just gotta listen. Saves time and it's convenient. But to answer the question, it's not super awkward anymore. Used to be, though. What's my favorite snake out of these? Firefang, Wajira, Great Devourer, or Klaus's snake? I think Wajira's cool. She's just like a big, angry snake, but I like that about her. I like her design quite a bit. The Great Devourer is essentially the same thing, but at least with Wajira, she has a more interesting design, I guess. Her design is a lot more appealing to me. And I also love the set form of Wajira, or the buildable Wajira, a lot more than the buildable Great Devourer. That's one thing that I really didn't like about that original Epic Dragon Battle set. The Great Devourer did not look very good. We need less snakes in Ninjago. Yeah, a lot of people agree with that. You know. What'd you miss? Nothing much. We're just hanging out. We got about 25 minutes left in the stream. You didn't really miss nothing. Who's my most hated ninja? I don't hate any of the ninja. I'd say right now my least favorite's probably Kai, just because I don't like him as much as some of the other characters, but I don't hate Kai by any means. Season 4 pictures? Sure. Tournament of Elements. The elements of the tournament, if you will. But no, Kai's just kind of my least favorite right now. What's the longest time I've taken to edit a video? Usually my videos take a couple hours to put together. I mean, recording takes a long time for me. I cannot record to save my life right now. Even today, I tried to make a quick, 2-minute video, and it took me about 20 minutes to record it. So recording takes a while, depending on how long the video is. And then editing is not as difficult as it might seem, but it does take a long time. I think the longest, though, that I've ever spent editing a video is probably maybe 7 to 8 hours when I used to make those music videos. Because those used to take a long time to make. 7-8 hours out of the day. And those took a couple days to make. Just kind of depends on the video. Just how long it is and how complicated the editing is. And just kind of depends. But yes, recording's awful. I do not like recording at all. Cannot stand it. What's my least favorite season? Here's a season 3. Yeah, season 3 gets a lot of hate, but I personally don't hate it all that much. I quite like season 3. My least favorite, though, I'm gonna have to say my least favorite might be season 11, maybe even Hands of Time. They're just kind of average to me. If you count Day of the Departed as a season, then Day of the Departed. That's probably my least favorite Ninjago thing ever. Why was Cryptor called Zane's brother? Isn't he just a clone, or is that the same thing? I guess in a way he's sort of like Zane's half-brother, maybe? I mean, the Ninjroids were built using Zane's design, right? So technically aren't all of the Ninjroids Zane's brothers or something? I don't know. I just kind of see Cryptor as the angry, evil clone of Zane. Thank you, Sporkle Beans, for the subscription. Love that name. That's a real creative name. Can I do a giveaway, please? Maybe when we hit another milestone, I could do another giveaway. Just kind of depends on what milestone we should do, what milestone we should celebrate. What giveaway should we do? I'd like to get new Ninjago sets out before I do another one. That'd be nice. Because we gave away a Seabound set for 100,000. Gave away the Water Dragon. That's a nice set. Still do not have it for myself. Unfortunate. Get Tanner to 1 mil. If this channel gets to 1 mil, man, that'd be impressive. I'm surprised we got to 100k. I'm very grateful, don't get me wrong. Just kind of surprised. I never expected the channel to get to 100k. But we did it. I made my goal. You guys helped me do that, and you guys are awesome for that. So, could we get to 1 million? Maybe one day. You never know. Do I like Kirishima x Mina? Yeah, they're okay together. I kind of ship them with other people a little more, but I don't mind Kirishima and Mina together. They're cute. Getting the Water Dragon for Christmas? Excellent. How we doing on this poll? This has been going on for a while. Let's end the poll. Let's see, what are we doing? Which golden weapon won? That's right. Which golden weapon is the best? Sword of Fire won. Scythe of Quakes was second, with Nunchucks of Lightning being third, and the Shurikens of Ice being fourth. Fair enough. Fair enough. The Sword of Fire is pretty cool. Probably my personal least favorite of the golden weapons, but that's just me. We still do have some time, so if you guys want to suggest another poll, we could totally get started with that. Poll idea: Chris Pratt is Garfield or Mario. Let's try to do some Ninjago focused polls. Best true potential poll. That'd be a good idea, except we only have 4 options. We couldn't really put Lloyd or Nia. We could do like the out of the 4 original ninja who's got the best true potential, but I don't know. We only have 4 options. I'm not sure how that would work necessarily. Just the OG. You know what? Yeah, why don't we do that? Because we're doing classic Ninjago polls, right? We just did the golden weapons. Who had the best? That's actually a good idea. Who had the best true potential? I'm going to say Moment. Because when each of the ninja unlocked their true potential, they were each different. They were each special in their own way. But who had the best? What are the original 4? I'm going to say Cole. I'm going to say Kai, Jay, and Zane. Or if your answer is Lloyd or Nia, feel free to just list that in the comments. But of the original 4, who had the best true potential moment? When they unlocked their true potential, whose was the best one? And if you want to say why, feel free to drop a comment. Yeah, I have a feeling Zane will be pretty popular in that regard. But I feel like some of the other ninja had some really cool true potentials as well. You know, I really liked Kai's. I thought Kai's was real meaningful. I cannot talk today. I thought Kai's was really cool because he finally understood that he wasn't supposed to be the Green Ninja. And that's how he unlocked his true potential. He found his true self. But yes, I do agree Zane's is pretty cool. Jay's is nice too. I like Jay's quite a bit. Even Cole's I thought was pretty cool. I don't know. I've always kind of preferred Kai's, though. I think Kai's is the best one. Just my opinion. Zane's is a very close second, though. All we saw for Kai for him was a fireball. Yeah, that's true. Kai's wasn't really visually spectacular or as visually spectacular as the other true potential moments were, but I feel like it's more of the meaning that counted for that one. Less focusing on the spectacle, more focusing on what that actually meant for Kai. I think that was the best one. Just my opinion, of course. And yes, he saved little Lloyd's life. Little Lloyd's life. How about that? Haven't really watched the new seasons of Ninjago Island, Seabound, etc. If you wanted to watch them, I would recommend clicking the Google Drive in the description. Some very cool Ninjago fans put that together. It's a good way to check up on some of the episodes that you might not have seen or might not have seen for a while. Feel free to check that out. Cole's was pretty meaningful too, that is true. That episode kind of focused on him with his father, and his true potential was sort of just a way of connecting all those dots and building that relationship back up. I do agree that was pretty important as well. I think if I were to rank them, I'd probably say Kai's is my favorite, followed by Zane's, followed by Cole's, followed by Jay's. Of the original 4, of course. The island is trash. I think the island is alright. I mean, it's fine for just being a little side thing. It's certainly a lot better than Day of the Departed, that's for sure. Just my opinion, though, at the end of the day. What's the most overrated season? Overrated? A lot of people really like... I don't know, that's a difficult question. A lot of people really like Hunted. I think Hunted has some very big issues. Maybe I'd say Ninjago Hunted. Not to say that I don't like Ninjago Hunted, I totally do. I just feel like that is the most overrated, I guess. Possession, yeah, Possession's kind of overrated, I guess, but I really enjoy Possession. I like it a lot more than Hunted. I'd probably say Hunted. Hunted has some really big issues. A lot of people really love all these seasons, though. In terms of underrated seasons, I'd say March of the Oni. That season is really good, in my opinion. Definitely not too bad there. Season 4 is overrated. I get why people say that. Season 4 is personally my favorite. I do think the ending has some problems, though. Like, as soon as the ninja leave the island, as soon as they leave Chen's island, the season goes from like a 10 to maybe like an 8 or a 7. But that's only for the last couple of episodes. The majority of the season is still pretty good. Rebooted I've seen get a lot of hate as well. When it came out, a lot of people really liked Rebooted, but since it stuck around, I feel like a lot of people have turned their back on season 3. Not sure why, though. I think Rebooted is pretty fun, in my personal opinion. Ice Chapter's underrated. Yeah, the Ice Chapter has some good moments. It also has some problems. Certainly a lot better than what's it called? The Fire Chapter, that's for sure. Season 3 is underrated. Yeah, I can agree with that. I think Season 3 has some really good moments. Season 3 probably has the best opening, I think, out of any Ninjago season. I love the first 2 episodes of Rebooted. I think those are awesome. Those 2 episodes. The love triangle is in Rebooted. That's true. That is true. The infamous love triangle between Cole, Jay, and Nia. That is true. I didn't hate that when I first saw it as a youngin watching season 3. Gonna be honest, I didn't really care for it all that much, but it didn't bother me. I thought it was interesting to an extent. I always figured that Nia would end up with Jay, and it was just kind of weird in that regard, but, you know, it is interesting to think about. What if Nia ended up with Cole? Why does Cole suddenly like Nia? Why does Nia suddenly like Cole? Because a machine told her to? Wow. Got that Owen Wilson reaction. Wow. Yeah, the combat in Season 11 is really cool. I think Wildbrain does an excellent job at providing some really cool combat and fight scenes. I think that's definitely their strength for sure. Have I seen the new Mobius trailer? I have. Morbius? Is it Mobius or Morbius? One of them's from The Matrix. One of them is the vampire. One of them is from Loki. Morpheus is from The Matrix. Mobius is from Loki, and Morbius the living vampire. That is the trailer, right? Morbius. I thought it was okay, all things considered. Totally forgot that movie was coming out. You got Morbius, Mobius, and Morpheus. It's quite the string of names there. The new animation style is over-detailed. I'm not sure if I agree with that. I think the actual animation style itself is fine. I love how they put little details on the suits. I think that's really cool. I can see how you would say that, though. I can totally understand that perspective. I personally don't think it's all that bad, though. Season 10 pictures? Sure. Where are we? March of the Oni. Onis of the marches. Did the Oni take over Chima? Who's to say? Season 13 is the peak of Ninjago fight scenes. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'd say that's actually really accurate, especially the very end, the finale between Cole and the Skull Sorcerer. That whole fight scene is really fun. Am I watching Eternals? Yeah, I actually have a screening for it tomorrow. Not sure if that'll interfere with the stream time, though. I will let you guys know. I think it might, actually, so I don't know what we're going to do for the stream tomorrow. We might push it, or we might start it a little earlier, we might start it a little later. Not sure what I'm going to do just yet. But if there's not a stream tomorrow, just know it's because I'm watching Eternals. Sacrifice the stream for Eternals. Just depends on what you guys want to do. Tell us if it's boring. I'm going to be doing a full-on review for the Eternals. I review every Marvel movie and now show that comes out, so I'll do a review on it. I have that planned for tomorrow. Probably going to release that on Friday. But I will let you guys know. I'm not going to drop any spoilers, obviously, in the streams, but the review might have some spoilers in it, so keep that in mind. I'll give you guys a warning. Let's see. Have a theory. In Dread on Arrival, Lloyd could not get out of the cage, but Cole was easily able to save him with his powers. I think that the powers diminish when an elemental is depressed. Yeah, actually, it's a good point. Because you know the elemental dragons disappear when the ninja are scared. Maybe the elemental powers diminish when the ninja are depressed. That is a good point. I could totally see that working. That's not a bad theory, actually. thoughts on the Rotten Tomatoes review on Eternals. It's right now, what is it, the lowest out of any Marvel movie? Last I checked, it was at a 54, I think. Rotten Tomatoes, I personally don't agree with everything they say. Essentially, that website is just a combination of a lot of different reviewers and a lot of different critics forming their opinions, and they give that a percentage. So essentially, the Eternals, if it had a 54%, 54% of the critics liked it, essentially, on paper. I don't think you should go off of what critics say. I'm a very big fan of forming your own opinions after watching the movie. Sometimes my opinions line up with what Rotten Tomatoes suggests, sometimes they don't. For example, I love the Ninjago movie, but the Ninjago movie has a very low score on Rotten Tomatoes. But yes, I have seen the Eternals reviews. Let's end off the poll right here. It's been up for a while. Zane won. Surprise, surprise. With 38% of the votes. Kai was second, then Jay, then Cole. Not really how I would rank them, but I do respect the opinions of you guys. I could totally see why Zane would be the first one. Can I tell us if Shang-Chi is necessary to watch first, because I still need to see that movie? I'd say it is worth watching. It's not the best Marvel movie ever, but it's definitely not the worst. I really like it. Has some issues, sure, but then again, so does every Marvel movie. I think it does come out on Disney Plus on the 12th for free, if I'm remembering correctly. So, I'd say it is worth watching, if you can watch it. I thought it was okay. Day of the Departed pictures, we could totally do that. We'll probably have time for one more poll, if you guys want to suggest another poll to do, because we have 10 minutes left of the stream. Feel free to suggest another poll that we could do. Let's see. A poll, who's the Vengestone buyer? I think we did something like that yesterday, didn't we? I thought that's what we did yesterday. Best Lego show including Ninjago. That would be interesting, but I feel like Ninjago would win by a landslide. What if we did like other Lego shows excluding Ninjago? Are there even 4 that we can do? Let's see. Hero Factory had a show. Nexo Knights, Chima. Is there a 4th one? Am I missing one? Oh, Monkey Kid. We could do that if you guys want that. Otherwise, if you had another idea, feel free to let me know. But that's not a bad idea. Like doing other Lego shows aside from Ninjago. Because if you put like Monkey Kid next to Ninjago, I feel like Ninjago's gonna win. But you know. Some of you guys are saying do it. Do it. Do it. Alright, we can do that. Yeah, Bionicle did have a show, I suppose, but YouTube only lets me type in 4 options. So why don't we do that? Best Lego show besides Ninjago. What do we got? Chima had a show. Nexo Knights had a show. Monkey Kid had a show, and then what else do we say? Hero Factory, kind of an old one, but it's a good one. Oldie but a goodie. Feel free to vote, and that'll be the final poll for today's stream. We can do more tomorrow in the next stream. Only seen Monkey Kid. Fair enough. I have not seen all of Chima. I have not seen all of Nexo Knights. I have seen all of Monkey Kid and Hero Factory. With Chima and Nexo Knights, I've only seen maybe the first 2 episodes at most. Never really got my eye on those. You know, those shows never really caught my attention. Will I review the Sony Marvel movies? That is a good question, because technically, those are canon, I suppose you could say, to the MCU. Maybe, with the new Spider-Man coming out. Maybe. I might review them in preparation for that movie, but right now I try to stick to, like, Marvel Studios, MCU, like, labeled stuff for the channel. If you want to hear me talk about other movies, though, that I see, feel free to check out my Instagram. I often post light movie reviews on there. Monkey Kid is underrated. I agree. I really like Monkey Kid. I love the animation in Monkey Kid. Just beautiful. Beautiful all around. With Chima, like I said, never really got into Chima. Nexo Knights, never got into Nexo Knights either. But Hero Factory, that was something special. I loved Hero Factory. Hero Factory came out before Ninjago did. Hero Factory is what got me hooked on Lego seriously. And then Ninjago came out and pretty much sealed the deal. Yeah, I like Monkey Kid. Monkey Kid is rad. I agree. Am I going to watch the new Spider-Man movie? Absolutely. I'm waiting for tickets to go on sale for that because I want it. Freemaker Adventures, I've never seen. I've never seen that. I know there's other Lego shows besides the ones that we listed. I just haven't seen the Freemaker Adventures. I know there's like a Lego City show right now too that's running or something. Or is that the Freemaker? I thought Freemaker Adventures was a Star Wars thing, right? Did I watch Squid Game? Yes, I did. I finished that entire show. It was pretty good, not gonna lie. The last couple of episodes were a little weird, but they were still pretty good. What's my favorite color? Blue. I love blue. That's kind of why Jay was my first favorite ninja. And then Lloyd came out, and I liked Lloyd. And then I switched to Cole. Does Wu deserve a season? Maybe. I mean, you could argue that he kind of had season 9. Maybe, if you're going off of box art. But I think if they actually did a season dedicated to Master Wu, I think that would be okay. But I'm very happy that we're still seeing Master Wu's past and some stories for him in other media, such as comics and other things. I think if they did a Master Wu season, it wouldn't be too bad, but I think they should do other seasons first. Maybe give us a Pixel season, that'd be nice. How we doing on the poll? What's winning? Monkey Kid's winning, followed by, Nexonites and Chima are tied right now. And then Hero Factory's down there with the 6%, oh no. If he had a season, I'd want it to be want it to be his last. Yeah, that is true. I'm surprised they haven't permanently killed off Master Wu yet, I must say. That's oftentimes a very common cliche where they kill off the mentor character. He kind of died at some points. He's certainly had the most near-death experiences out of all of the characters in the show. But he hasn't been taken out permanently. We'll probably see that before the series wraps up. Favorite new season after March of the Oni? Season 13, Master of the Mountain. That one's actually pretty good. I like it a little more than Seabound, that's for sure. Worst non-canon ship. Let's see. What's one of the worst ships that I've seen that's not canon, or one of my least favorites? That's a good question. I really don't like Master Wu and Misako. I mean, they could work, sure, but they probably shouldn't work because of Lloyd's existence. If Lloyd didn't exist, it'd probably be a lot easier. But I'd say probably Wu and Misako, because that's technically not canon. You know? It's not canon. They certainly suggest that it could be canon, though. Will it be canon one day? Who's to say? Ultraviolet X Cole, yeah, that one's not too great either. I could see it, but I just don't think that should happen, you know? Ugh, excuse me. And now my stream is lagging. Come on. We're almost done. You can make it. Season 9 is Wu's season without a doubt. Yeah, that's kind of what I like to think, too. I can't see them together. Yeah, it's always quite strange when they suggest that that Wu and Misako could end up together. If Lloyd didn't exist, it'd be a lot easier. A little too crazy for Cole. Yes, indeed. Should the Time Twins return? Maybe if they had a story for them, I could totally see them coming back. I just kind of want like an explanation as to what happened to them. We kind of got that in Golden Hour when we saw that they were frozen in time. Are they still frozen in time though, or did they escape? What exactly is the deal there? Season 14, sure. The island. And it cuts to Zippy terrorizing some of the keepers. I wish you could run a car over Misako. She's not that bad. Masako's not that bad. I get why people don't like her, but, you know, she's alright. I don't think I want to run her over with a car or whatever. That's probably taking it a little too far. Should Akita return? Yeah, I'd like to see Akita come back. She's cool. I like her a lot. If she were to come back, I would not complain. With only a couple of minutes left in the stream, though, you guys, let's turn things over to rapid-fire questions. Anything that I can answer in just a quick sentence or two. And then we will let this poll go for a little while longer. and then we will end that off, and the stream is almost over. So once again, give me some really quick questions to answer. Questions that I can answer in just a quick sentence or two. She's a terrible mother. I can see why people would think that. She kind of did abandon Lloyd at the boarding school. How did I get into Ninjago? I first heard about Ninjago in a Lego Club magazine. I believe it was the November-December 2010 issue that kind of had a teaser in there for Ninjago. And I was like, ooh, that looks cool. And the rest is history. What's my password? It is certainly something. That's my password. Feel free to steal my account. Should Vanya return? For sure. I'd love to see Vanya come back. She kind of had a cameo in Seabound, a couple cameos, but I think she should return for a big role. What's my favorite season? Season 4, Tournament. Misako or Coco? Gotta go with Coco. She's the best. Coco's a better mom than Misako, that's for sure. Favorite fruit? I like apples. Apples are nice. Bananas, maybe. You know, oranges. Fruit's good. I like fruits. Am I a time variant? Yes. Yes, I am. Can I change to season 4 pictures? You know what? We can do tournament for the last little bit. My favorite season. Last little bit. Let's see. Should Klaus return? Yeah, probably. Who's Coco? From the Ninjago movie. Lloyd's mom in the movie. Do I play Fortnite? I do not. Never ever touched Fortnite. Season 4 is also your favorite season. Nice. Great minds think alike, as they say. Favorite suits for the ninja. I really enjoy the kimonos, the elemental kimonos. Those are really cool. The Sons of Garmadon suits are also nice. I think those are fun, you know. How would I react if Akita and Harumi fought? That'd be interesting to see. You know, both of the Lloyd ships. Who would win that fight? Clutch is like a Ronin replacement. Pretty much. He's kind of like a worse version of Ronin, I believe. Do I play Minecraft? I do not. Used to, but not so much these days. What if Jay was never adopted? Then the Skybound storyline would be very different, as well as the entirety of Ninjago. Maybe he would have never met the ninja team. Maybe it would have been a little different. Who's to say? That is interesting to think about, though. Asphira or the Ice Emperor? Ice Emperor, for sure. Asphira is not that great of a villain, in my opinion. Like, she's alright, just not great. She has some major issues. If they were to bring her back, they should totally try to fix her. Let's answer one more question before we wrap things up here today. Thank you, AB Studios, for the subscription. Let's end off the poll. Monkey Kid won with 37% of the vote, followed by Chima, followed by Nexonites, and Hero Factory with 6%. How unfortunate. But yes, guys, let's answer one more question before we wrap things up today. One more big question. We need one more question, an absolute banger to end on. As I crack my knuckles. Why is the movie nothing like the show? Yeah, let's talk about that. Why is the movie nothing like the show? Because studio executives and companies in general don't really care about consistency and oftentimes hardly care about the fan base, gonna be honest. But hey, the Ninjago movie was still fun for what it was, but I understand why it did not take after the show. Should it have? Yes, it probably should have taken after the show. But I understand why they did not do that. I understand the decision that was made. Fortunately, as Ninjago fans, we got a Ninjago movie in the continuity of the show. March of the Oni, you could technically argue, is a movie. You know, it is what it is. But let's end things off today. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is our streaming schedule. For those of you guys that need a quick reminder, we stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time, with daily updates. If there's ever a day where I cannot stream, I will let you guys know via my community tab. Some of you guys have already started off the end of the stream hug tradition. We can totally get that going. Thank you very much. For those of you guys starting it off, I will put 3 hugs in there. Feel free to drop some hugs in the chat. It's a great way to end off these streams. Good for community morale and just helping each other out. You know, you're not alone out there. You have the Ninjago community here to back you up. Thank you very much for tuning into today's stream, you guys. That'll just about wrap it up. Thank you very much for being a great audience. Look at all the hugs in the chat. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you very much for tuning in, you guys. You guys have been a terrific audience. We will be back tomorrow. Maybe if I don't have a stream tomorrow, it's because I'm watching Eternals. I will let you guys know. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for asking questions. And hopefully you enjoyed today's stream. I will see you next time. And hopefully you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching.